Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. I'll just give it like a sec, just a little bit for people to hop on, whoever wants to hop on, so they don't miss anything at the beginning. I think my Wi-Fi or something is not so good today in the morning. So, sorry guys if this doesn't work too well. Not really sure what's going on, but I'm getting like an error sign, so I apologize in advance. Okay, so another sort of a slow morning again with gappers. Guess we don't know who the president is yet, and hold on, let me check. Yeah, everything's working. Okay. Yeah, it's just another slow week. Not a whole lot going on. I think Resi, I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, you can see that my Wi-Fi on my end is not too good too. Nothing to care about though. HOFE was pretty nice, but I mean, this is a recent IPO, honestly. Not a whole lot of volume. I mean, there's some volume going on, but more just like a bunch of bag holders and then trying to get out, KXIN is really the only thing. I have some, and I took, I've been taking, a position here up in these levels. Not full size yet, just watching how this, high day, if this gets stuffed or not. And if it does sell off, then, it's likely that that's going to be the top. If not, then, just wait for later, see what happens. But if, just looking at the daily, we got, big run on huge volume. This was an insane squeezer. This was a massive ripper. I'm glad I avoided this day because I think it went from 3 to 13. So, that's a what is it, like 400%? So if you got squeezed 400%, that that's, I don't know, that's really rough. But anyway, now come on. Yeah, it looks like my Wi-Fi is a little bit slow today for some reason. Initially I wanted this to go to the 8s, 6s and 8s, just because that's where, the better resistance is. This isn't too, if we just look, you can see I have my lines at, from the previous run at like 8, or like 7 something, then 8s and 10s, but then we do have some like here in the 6s and like mid 5s, so it's not like exactly at those levels yet, but it's more or less like I just took some just in case. Like it is up like 80%, but it's not a whole lot. The market's kind of weak. Not like weak as in like the gap, but just in general this week during elections, it's more or less not the hottest market. So I don't know how much this can actually do. But then again, this can also obviously rip, because it is a low float, so got to be careful on that. But that's honestly my game plan. Just if it fills here, great. If not, then restart higher. But yes, KNDI also on watch to see if there's any continuation. It's looking like it's rolling over though now, so probably not, unless we catch some momentum. And then APVO, huge squeezer the last few days. We talked about this one pre-market on this day. and now, you know, that was at like $9. Now it's at, you know, it went to $18. So big move, low float. Now it's probably gonna, today it's probably gonna be like an overextended gap down. It's first red day, but I'm gonna wait for the open. You know, levels I'm looking to short into would be, you know, this $16 to $18 range. But we got to see what the open does. You know, it's not really tracking for a whole lot of volume. It's pretty liquid pre-market, so I haven't taken any pre-market. So yeah, that's that on APVO. Could we see another third green day? You know, yes, that's possible. We gotta see what it does, but it's probably unlikely just because it's, you know, it's down pretty far off the $18 level. You know, it's at 15. A $3 move plus is what it would need to break out, which it can do. Obviously, you guys saw that yesterday. It obviously can move. You know, it moved from $10 to $18. It moved 100% in the afternoon yesterday. So, so that's that on APVO. And honestly, I don't have anything else for you guys. Just KXIN is the only thing I'm watching. Kind of a slower day, kind of boring. We'll see what happens with this one though. If there's any questions, then I will just answer those. If not, then it's going to be a short live stream today. KXN chart looks like a good short. Yeah, it looks like a good short, as long as you're not front side of it. And that's what I'm working on, but still always struggling because I always want a good average, right? But and then you don't want to miss the first big flush because sometimes those are like, you know, would offer good potential. But, you know, it's definitely still always safer to be late by, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40 cents, whatever it is, than, you know, than being, you know, on the front side and getting squeezed. Rafael, morning regards from Venezuela. Hey, that's great, man. Glad you're here. Maurice, I'm in lawn. It's 1 mil float. I don't think it's a 1 mil float anymore. It was a 1 mil float back here, but they sold, obviously. They've sold shares into the market, so I'm pretty sure it just hasn't been updated yet. But yeah, I don't think it's a 1 mil float anymore. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I know they did have warrants at $10. Actually, I don't even know how active those are. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, either way, it is a low float, nonetheless. But I just don't see any way that they didn't sell anything into this run up, because you can see from 13 all the way down to, you know, sub $3. That's pretty clear selling. Obviously, that's not concrete evidence, but it's pretty clear that, you know, otherwise, if there wasn't selling, then why did it dump all the way back down? You know, this is a you know, your standard penny stock pump and dump situation here. Obviously, I don't know everything. That could be wrong, but yeah, either way, it is a low float. JB, show us filings, please. I mean, you can do that yourself, but I just kind of went over Flash SEC. I don't know. I don't really feel like doing that this morning. Sorry. Not that I'm trying to hide anything. I'm not. Like, I mean, it's all public info. I'm not really in the mood to go through the filings again today. So, Chris, what gives you the most conviction deciding that it's the backside? It all comes from the key levels on the chart, and you know, like, you know, I start with the daily, and then I'll look into, you know, the intraday. But for example purposes on KXIN, let's just kind of we can go over that. So let's look at where, you know, most of the biggest area where it's had support and resistance. So you can see that, you know, initially when it spiked pre-market, this 470s was support, you know, bounced off here. Then when it flushed below that level, 470s was the top, because then it rejected that level. And then you can see, yeah, it's like 470s again right here is when it broke out and kept going. So, and then here we can see that, you know, this 490s is kind of acting as support, and again you can see that 490s here was the top. So you can just kind of create a couple lines. You know, your 470s and 490s is kind of your channel that, you know, there is no edge and you shouldn't do anything in this level, unless you're, you know, shorting top range, buying the bottom range, because then it's likely to, you know, bounce around in those levels. So if you're a scalper, you know, that's probably your strategy or something, I don't know. Anyway, so, you know, once we get below 470s, it's going to be for sure backside to me. Obviously it can still keep going and do something, but, you know, that's where I would like, you know, if after, you know, confirms that 470s is the top, you know, once it's like down here somewhere and confirms that, you know, it can't go much higher, you know, that's when I'd be like scaling in full size. Really anything, and then anything above 490s is clear front side. So, you know, it's in hindsight, you know, it's easy to see, but while you're trading live, you know, that's because some of these levels, you know, haven't set up, you know, when you're thinking about, when you're trying to make a plan. So that's why it's always important just to be patient, which is something that I struggle with, just to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but yeah, I'm not a good front side trader. That's why I try to force myself to do backside, and, you know, that's how it is. But these are the levels that I see, you know, just for example purposes. But again, you got to include daily levels, you got to include like a bunch of other stuff. So yeah. Yo, Steven, what's up, bro? What are you doing here, man? Dude, that's awesome. What the heck? First time. I love this. Hey, you guys, everybody in here, go please subscribe to John Trades, Steven Johnson. You guys need to be watching his stuff. It's a lot better than my stuff. So if you guys move switches and watches Steven trade as opposed to me, you know, I'm totally okay with that, just because he's a better trader than I am. So everybody go there. But hey, glad you're in, bro. Volume ratio 1-to-1. No, the volume ratio for today is not tracking for a 1-to-1. This thing traded to almost 250. There's no way it's trading 250 today. It's not gonna do that. It could. I mean, no, it's not gonna do that. I really doubt it. Do I use STT to execute orders? No, TradeZero doesn't integrate with STT. But regardless, I wouldn't integrate. The only reason I would connect a broker to STT would be to show executions. It wouldn't be to because you're adding, like I already talked about this yesterday, I think, or the day before. You're going to be adding a middleman to your executions, which is going to be slower. So no. Steven, there's no dilution. Yeah, I saw that actually. Where was I? Yeah, it looks like it's falling apart, but man, it's still bouncing off this level. So I'm honestly right now I'm looking at like this 520 level, seeing if it rejects or not. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm watching right now, 520. Ross Camp? Who's Ross Camp? Is that Ross? Oh, Ross Cameron. I think that's what you're saying, Ross Cameron, right? Warrior Trading, right? Hey, what's up, Felix? ALTM, no, ALTM is not something I watch. I mean, I will watch it later as it develops and gains more volume, but right now it's $300,000 or 300K in volume. Yes, it's up 80%, but it's not enough volume yet. So I'm gonna wait like 10 a.m. plus on this one. Maybe make a plan on it later. What would be my risk level after seeing backside under 470s? It depends how much size I'm in, and you know, if I had scaled in or not, like full. Hold on. So at that point, 490s would probably, because the top of the channel 490s would probably be my risk if I'm scaling in under 470s. Just because anything over 490s I would consider front side. So if it reclaimed, let's say, you know, flushes out to like, you know, $4 for whatever, I'm just saying, flushes out $4, but then goes back and reclaims 490s, you know, and then like starts going, then I would be out. I wouldn't be using this pre-market high of 533. My current risk is the pre-market high. Learning from the wizard, learn from both. Steven, I ain't the wizard. You're the wizard, bro. Dude, I learned so much from you. Honestly, like I was tracking like the gappers as well, but not to the extent you were. So you've taught me a lot. Kevin, I'm here late. Are you in? Yes, I am. Just rewatch the live stream. Would I short Sava if it goes red? I lost big on Sava yesterday. I've been losing discipline the last couple weeks. Or this week I've lost discipline just because it's so slow and I have a lot of FOMO. And I'm trying to like make something out of nothing. So I lost. I got squeezed on Sava, scalped some of it back. Yes, you know, on this backside here. But yeah, Sava kicked me in the butt yesterday just because like not gonna lie, I have a lot of FOMO this week because there's not much going on and I want to trade every day, but there's not really good setups every day, so it's tough to set in my hands. But all right, anyway, I'm gonna sign off. There's a few minutes to the bell. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning if there's, you know, something set up. All right, later.